Hello, welcome to the channel. We're doing a introductory playthrough of Ocean's Hungry Grasp. It's level 1. Level 0, it's nothing. By the way, thank you, Migrant. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is great for you to watch live. If you are watching on YouTube, you can watch me live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and Saturdays at 9 a.m. And so what we're going to do is we're going to play Oceans. We're going to do a quick introduction to the spirit, what it's all about, and then we're going to jump right in. To the ocean, get it? It's like a pun, but not. It's not. I'm not a dad, I swear, but I do have dad jokes. All right, so Ocean, this is what Ocean's board looks like. Its special rules are interesting. This is one of the most interesting, unique things. Oh, level 1 means that it's basically no adversary, no blight card. It's base level. This is like playing on the most basic level that you can. It's an introductory solo spirit. That's all that it is. Thank you for asking, Video Game Boy. All right, so Ocean's Hungry Grasp. You may place and move presence into oceans only. You cannot place into inland lands. Oh, this is level 0. I'm sorry, this is level 0. Level 1 is like adding in the blight card. I don't know. I'm using like my own terminology, so I'm just kind of going by the seat of my pants here. So, so you can only play in oceans or on coastal lands, which means that they are adjacent to the ocean. Also, on top of that, your oceans, any board where you have presence, the ocean counts as a coastal wetlands land. So spirits can actually target the ocean now. Normally when the ocean is not in play, you cannot target the ocean. That's just not what you can do. Also, you can move Blight in there too, which is also very interesting. So if you cascade, you can cascade into the ocean. It adds 1 additional land, so it's like a little bonus. So the downside with this is that you cannot place in inland lands, which means that you need to, if you're playing a solo game, you need to focus very early on getting high range abilities, something that can target away from the coast, because you just can't. Also, look at this presence track. Look at the top level energy. That's 2 energy per turn. If you watched our last video on Vital Strength of the Earth, its maximum gets 8 per turn. So, Zhang, 2 energy per turn, what are you going to do? Well, here's how you get more energy, and that is drowning. Yes, it's dark. So, drowning, whenever you can drown, you have an alternate rule. Drowning. Whenever a invader gets pushed into your ocean, you drown it automatically. You automatically drown it. Also, some cards have the keyword drown, which also counts. Normal destroy effects do not mean drown. So that's very important. If it specifically says drown, you drown it. Or if anything gets pushed into your ocean, it's drowned. Drowned pieces, you place drowned invaders on your board. And for every 1 health of invader, you get 1 energy. So if someone drowns a city, so if you drown a city, you get 3 energy in a 1-player game. For every player that you add in addition, you have to get that much more health. So if you have a 2-player game, you have to drown 2 health worth of invaders to get 1 energy. So there's a little bit of give and take with that. So there you have it. For this game, though, anytime I drown any invaders, I get that much energy in terms of their health. So an explorer is 1 health, is 1 energy. A town is 2 health, is 2 energy, and a city is 3 health and 3 energy. It's 1 per 1, and trust me, you need it. Alrighty. So its innate powers are pretty neat. It's mostly dealt with fear. So if you are on a coastal land, you can target that coastal land and just automatically generate fear, and it is super easy to do so. Basically, you need 2 card plays, and then you're ready to go. And even then, once you unlock your the 2nd level here with water, you can do it with 1 card. It's absurd. It's really great. And then it ramps up pretty easily. This is a pretty straightforward thing. It just deals fear. But keep in mind that when you're playing a solo spirit, if you ramp up this to this level, that is 1 fear card automatically, because 4 fear equals 1 fear card, which means that much closer to victory. The second one is Ocean Breaks the Shore. And again, this is where a lot of the drown keyword comes in. You have drown one, you have drown, instead drown one city, and then also drown a town or city. So wherever you are, you target one land, and then you can drown a town, or you can drown a city, or you can drown a town and a city, or two cities. It's up to you. And then let's look at Ocean's Hand. We've got a 0-cost Call of the Deeps. This is a really good card for board D, especially. Let's get out here. That's because the Wetlands has 2 lands adjacent to the ocean. And hopefully we'll get a Wetlands Explorer just so that you can see it. It's really, really good. So when you target a land, including the ocean, if you're there, and you gather one Explorer. And if it was an ocean, you can gather another, which is why I'm choosing Land D. So if you're playing with Ocean and you're new, play with Land D, because there's a chance that you might be able to play Call of the Deeps when the Wetlands Explorer, and if that happens, I'll show you what occurs. Grasping Tide lets you defend 4 and 2 fear on a coastal land, which is really, really good. Defend 4 for 1 energy is excellent, and you don't even need a Sacred Site to do it. But the restriction is it's only coastal. Notice that every single one of yours is coastal. Every single one. And Lou Dolphin, thank you very much for hosting the stream. This is really great. So coastal lands is really all you can target early game. You need to flex into other powers, particularly those that have bigger range, so that you can target away from the coastal lands. And the last one is target spirit gains 2 energy and may push 1 town and up to 2 Dahan from one of the lands. If Dahan are moved into the ocean, you can move them to any coastal land instead of drowning them. Normally, if a Dahan is pushed into the ocean, they just drown and nothing happens. They just go away. You generally don't want to do that because you don't get energy from drowned Dahan. So let's look at its growth options. Ocean has one of the most interesting growth options in terms of what's going on here. Nepicros, yes, a Wetlands Explorer right now would be like easy mode. And again, I'm trying to create videos like this so that a new player can try to play on easy mode so that they're like learning a solo spirit. So that was purposeful. I'm trying to do that right now. Obviously, I'm not very good at this game because the last couple games have been pretty tight, but there we go. That's what it's all about. All right, so it's first, let's skip the Reclaim for now. The second one is really good early game because it lets you put out 2 ocean presence and you can gain an energy. So it lets you get lots of presence on the board, getting you to that second water so that you can power up to your first innate, and gets you an energy on top of that. So it lets you play 2 cards, any card that in your hand. So this is a good first play, and that's probably what I'll do for the first one. Just so that I can get up to this level 1 so I can start generating fear. You should be generating at least 1 fear every turn, preferably 2 if you can, because fear is everything for Ocean. You need to generate fear. And then the third growth option is gain a power card. You add a presence to a coastal land, which is pretty easy. You just 1 away from where you are, any coastal land. And you also push 1 presence from each ocean. So if you're playing with 4 boards, you push 1 presence from each ocean onto a coastal land, which is really, really neat. Do remember that for purposes of this, you can additionally add it to the ocean. I don't think it's ever a good idea, though. And then the Reclaim is fairly straightforward. You reclaim all your cards, you gain a power card, you gain 2 energy, but then you have to gather 1 presence from into each ocean. So you actually need to gather away. So it's an ebb back into the ocean. So and it's very important that you keep at least 1 presence on a coastal land. Oh wait, no. I can just target the ocean for this. I completely forgot about this. I can just target the ocean for this one. This land counts as an ocean, so this always happens. Learning things as I'm talking them out. I need to drink some water because I am thirsty. I've been talking nonstop for almost 3 hours. All right. So, why don't we get to our growth? Oh, I need to add a presence to a coastal land. And I think I'm going to add it to jungles. No, I'm going to add it to land number 1 because then that gives me access to land number 8. I want to be close to as many things as God. Okay. Who said jungle was going to be the first one? Because I'm mad at you now. Okay. Oh, Azure, thank you very much. The ocean is only coastal wetlands for powers, not growth. That's very good to know. So I couldn't target this for my... Wait, no. So I could target this. The innate power of this, I could target the ocean for this one. That was what I was concerned about. Alrighty. So I'm going to do this one just so that I can get an extra energy. And I'm going to do both of these. Next turn I'll do a... I'll do the third growth option, which lets me get a power card and push things on. I'm basically going to let this forest go. I don't know if I can actually do anything about it. All right, so we're going to. We can't really play this one right now, just because it's not very useful. Man, that's really bummer. I really wanted this to happen. Oh well. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to play Call of the Deep. No, I don't want to play Call of Deeps. Do I gain 2 energy? So I'm basically, do I want 1 extra energy this turn? This is basically a pass turn for me. Because I have Defend 4 here. So if this builds, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. And if I Defend 4, it's still going to be 2 damage, which is going to blight the land. So I don't really want to do that. So I think I have to Call the Deeps here, unfortunately. And watch, I'm going to get a Wetlands Explorer in the next round. This is really a bummer. But I think this is the best option, so I can next turn play Grasping Tide and target this land and actually defend it. So, finish playing cards. Okay, so I just confirmed it. So I can target the coastal... So this can actually do this. Lewd Dolphin, I am not playing with any adversaries, no scenarios. This is like a level 0 introductory game. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to gather that there. They build in jungles. Yep, that's just what's going to happen. Please no wetlands. Please no wetlands. Please no wetlands. Yes! Okay, we're good. We're good. This is good. Praise be the spirits of the island. Okay. So we're going to get this thing here. And I think I'm going to do this. Because I'm going to be able to defend this completely this turn. And I can also push this up here so that I can gain a major threat. If I get any major powers, I can then have a sacred site here. Blech, I can't talk. It's getting a little late. And thank you for following, Lewd Dolphin. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So let's gain a minor power right now. We don't have the capabilities to really do much else. So I'm really looking for all of my elements. All of them. I have all of my elements here. So I have moon, water, and earth. On the other hand, Gnawing Root Biters is a very good card on this. Oh yeah, air doesn't. Yeah, but I only need 1 air to get to level 2 of my innate, so I'm not really that concerned about that one. None of these. Well, I have Enticing Splendor, but which is not bad for Ocean, because I can pull. Ooh, I am an enticing ocean. I am a very, very sexy ocean. I am a sexy ocean. Enticing Splendor. Hey, come swim in. There's no sharks here. I swear, there's no sharks. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. The ocean can have Blight, actually, if you cascade into it. So I kind of like Enticing Splendor, actually. But Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth gives me 2 of the elements that I need. Oh, no, don't worry about being a noob. This is all it's all about that. I feel like Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth is, number one, more thematic, because oceans definitely create sinkholes, and that's hilarious. It's 1 away, so I can target sands and deal 2 damage to them. Oh no, it has to have my presence, so that wouldn't work, actually. So Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth is all of a sudden not as good for me, just because it needs to have my presence there, and having presence in a place is very, very difficult for me, just because I have so many restrictions on where I can place. I am leaning towards Enticing Splendor, actually, just because I can gather at fast for 0 cost. Yeah, I'm going to do Enticing Splendor. I think that's the right decision in this particular case. So I absolutely need to play Grasping Tide for this turn. And ironically, this is actually really good for me because Enticing Splendor actually gets me my level 1 innate for fear. So again, I remember, I always want to try to generate fear. Thank you, Nipcross. That's very funny. I'm going to do this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to defend here, get lots of fear, and then so I have four. This is defending perfectly right now. Oh man, this is tough. Because it has to be where I am. So I'm kind of inclined to do this and pull this one in here so that I only get a town here, and I might be able to defend here later. Because if a city gets built here, these Dahan are dead. They are dead. The other thing is I'm probably going to reclaim next turn. And the reason for that is because I want my defense back. And I'm probably going to get a Wetlands Explorer. I have a 50-50 shot of getting a Wetlands Explorer, and then I can also get Enticing Splendor Black and all of my Explorers. I'm going to get all of things back. So, and yes, I can be in range 1 of every land except 6. So let me get my fear right now. I'm just going to do that right now. So I get a fear card. That's good. Oh, defend 1 perfect Dahan. Great. So I guess I could have done that there, but I didn't know that what the Dahan was going to be. So I do that. And I do know that my defend only targets coastal, but I might get a minor power that helps me out. Mountains, come on! I want wetlands! You're killing me! Ah! This is tough. Alright, so I am going to reclaim my cards. And I'm going to get minor power. Hey, look at that! Lure of the Invaders. Lure of the Unknown. Another 0 costing one where I get to lure invaders into a land without invaders. At distance 2. Again, remember, Ocean has a big problem with range because it needs to be able to reach all the way into the interior of the island. So this is definitely the right one because it gives me 2 of my innate powers. Oh yeah, this is definitely my option here. And I do need to gather 1. And I'm pretty sure I want to gather this one. Yes. Okay. The reason for that is because I'm going to be playing Enticing Splendor and Lure of the Unknown. I'm not going to be generating a fear this turn. Forgive me. But here's the upside to this. I'm going to be able to prevent both of the ravages here. So I can... Or do I let this ravage and let the remaining Dahan kill the town here? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this one ravage and let the town die from the extra Dahan. Ooh, that's really good. So oh, it has to be where I am. Okay, so this is going to gather that. And this is going to gather this, getting me 2 energy as well. So that one dies, gets me an extra. Yeah, this is great, because then I can get an extra fear card next turn from playing my Innate. Okay. And this is why we have Call of the Deeps. So I'm going to... I have 5 energy right now, so I want to gain an energy, a power card. And I'm going to get an extra once just so that I can do this. I'm going to go here so that I can drown this thing when it shows up. All right, and then push this one up to here. Again, I'm just... That's the whole thing of the... Okay, so do I get a major power here? I think I do. I think I get a major power. Mostly because I need to deal with this and this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at that. I think this is the right decision here. It's fast, and it's a fear card immediately, and later on, I'm almost guaranteed to get this threshold, because I have lots of air symbols, and I have lots of earth symbols, and this is definitely what I want to go for. This is probably one of the best cards I could have drawn. If I can get it. I can still only play 2 cards per round, unfortunately, but I think this is going to become a big problem soon, so I think I might get rid of this, because it's very... This is a lot better card right now, just because I can always pull into me. That's one great thing about this, is that I can always pull into me. So I'm going to get rid of this one. Alright, so I'm going to play Paralyzing Fright. And... pretty sure Tidal Boon is the right choice here. But Swallow the Land Dwellers is also really good. Because I'm going to have to deal with this land right now, next turn. It's a good point. This is energy as well, so for next turn I can then get more energy. It's essentially +1 energy, just because it costs 1 to get 2. But also note, it says target another spirit. So this says another spirit here. So unfortunately, in a 2-player game or a 3 or 4 or however many player, if you play this, you have to target another player. But if in a solo game, you can actually target yourself. So this ends up being positive for me. I think this is the right one. All right. So I think we absolutely need to do this one. And just do the fear. We get 2 fear cards. We get terror level 2, which means that both of the fear cards are going to be level 2, which is excellent. If you can ever stack fear cards so that they both trigger off of a higher fear count, try to do that, because you can often rely on fear to bail you out of a bad situation, which I'm hoping to do right now. What I'm hoping will happen is that land number 8, I'll be able to remove the town from that land. Oh, that's getting clipped. That is getting clipped. Oh, crap, that was good. Oh, that was amazing. Yes. See, like that. Just like that. It was magic. It was just magic. and defend 6 in all coastal lands, and they don't build there. Yes! And they didn't build in land number 3! Oh my gosh! They didn't build in land number 3. Because of the second fear card. Invaders do not build cities in coastal lands this turn. So land number 3 is completely safe. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was... Mwah, mwah, that was... Fear cards. Sometimes they're like... Sometimes they're like, I'm going to literally murder you. And in this case, that was absolutely excellent. Wow. Wow. Oh, in land number 1, they just built a town. They can build towns. They just can't build... They couldn't build cities this turn. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and... Excuse me. Oh, target myself. And I think I'm going to target this land. And I'm just going to go ahead and push that into the ocean and get 2 more energy. Yes, please. Oh yeah, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat and I'll try to explain them, or someone else in chat can definitely help you out. And oh, look at that. I can just drown a town right here. Look at that. Done. All right, so I'm sitting really pretty right now. I'm like, I feel very confident right now. What cards do we have? Let's look at our cards. So we've got Gather, we've got lots of Gather, we've got a Defend, and we've got Drown. So Gather, Defend, Drown. Gathering right now is not super helpful. I'd get 2 energy off of it for free, which is good. They're going to build in sands, and there's really nothing that I can do about that. And do I want to add 2 presents to get 3 card plays? Because I could do that this turn. That might actually be the best option. I might want to get all 3 card plays so I can start ramping up for when I start reclaiming cards. I think that might be a really good option here. So I see target D1, push 1 Dahan into your ocean. Oh, I see. See, I can get 3 card. I can play all 3 cards this turn. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna add. I have to add both of these into the ocean. I get 1 extra energy for doing that, and then I can play all 3 cards. And then I'm just going to murder things with ocean stuff next turn. And I've powered up to my level 2, so I can actually get 2 fear off of it. So I'll get an extra fear card, which will help me with the inland lands. There's a lot of things that trigger off of fear. So when you're playing a solo game of Ocean, you should be always focusing on fear. If you didn't know, if you didn't hear, if you're not dealing fear often and all the time, keep doing it and don't stop. Always deal fear. Always deal fear. Because that's how you deal with the inland lands, and that's pretty much the only way you can deal with the inland lands. I have nothing that I can do in land number 6 right now. I'm just hoping that I get a fear card that helps me out in the future. So let's finish playing cards. Let's just automatically deal our fear. So this is going to automatically just go away, but I feel like we can power up even more. It's a better use right now if I gather into Ocean. Again, if you didn't remember, this is gather 1 Explorer, and if you target the land that is the Ocean, you can gather another Dahan. Sorry, not Dahan, an Explorer. So I'm going to just do this. Grab that, get 2 extra energy. Remember, for every 1 health, because I'm playing a solo spirit, for every 1 health that I have, that's one extra energy. Right now I'm sitting at 10. So I can't actually gather 2 Explorers from the sands this turn because I can only gather from 1 away. And I call it deeps. You have to target an ocean to gather 2 things. So if I targeted this land and gathered 1 in, I could only gather the 1 in, and it would still end up building. So it's not really going to help me. And I only played this because it's 2 extra fear, and there's defend. Yeah, it's 2 fear. 1 energy for 2 fear is still pretty good in a 1-player game. I don't have any other gather powers right now, no. So each player may gather 1 explorer into a land with towns or cities, or gather 1 town into a land with a city. Yeah, I'm inclined to grab this. Hey, undo. I'm gonna grab this. There, that's how you select it. There we go. Again, I want to try to grab things towards, push things towards the ocean so that I can eventually smash into it with a major power. Hey, coastal lands! This is great. I like coastal lands. Please note that in my level 1 stuff, I never once got a wetlands. Never once. That was great. So, okay. Drown things. I can just drown. 13 energy, by the way, for anyone who's counting. And I don't think I can drown anything else. Nope, here, drown that thing. Alright. So let's reclaim our cards. Let's get a major power here. And... okay, if I don't take this, I'm gonna really feel bad. Like... I'm really torn because all of these are really good. Well, 3 of them are really good. So I'm immediately removing Infinite Vitality because at this point it doesn't really matter. Indomitable Claim is a weird one because this actually allows you to place in a land where you are not allowed to. So Ocean can play on an inland land by playing Indomitable Claim, which is hilarious. So they're going to Ravage in Sands this turn, which is... frustrating, to say the least. Let's go ahead and... How many more fear cards do I have until I need to just destroy cities? I need to deal 5 more fear. I have 1 more fear until I get this fear card, and I need 4 more fear after that. So, if I play Tsunami... Oh, I just win. Next turn. At the end of this turn. Oh, if they both Ravage, it's game over? Oh, wait, that's right. I do. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, that's really gross. I do have to survive this turn. Looks like I'm taking an Indomitable Claim. So this is hilarious. I do need to survive this turn, and I don't see any way without relying on fear and luck. Like, I don't want to rely on luck if I can in an introductory game. I want to be kind of sure about things. So I'm leaning towards Indomitable Claim, protecting this one so I only Ravage once here. And then just sweep in with something here to kill this city. I don't know how I'm going to kill this city. We'll find out. Let's see what happens. But I need to take this one. I need to take that. And let's get rid of... Probably this one. It's most of the stuff is already gone anyway. So, and 0 energy. That I don't really care about energy anymore because I have 15 right now. Paralyzing Fright would have been good, but it would have relied on luck. So the question in chat was Paralyzing Fright deals 4 fear right away, but I wouldn't have any way to get rid of this town fast, so I would be relying on the fear cards that I earn to actually make it work. So, oh, I could have skipped the Ravage, you're right. I forgot that that's what it did. I'm so stuck on this. Oh! I forgot that this one invaders skip all actions in target land, so I could just skip this here. And get 4 fear. Yep, I want my tsunami. I want my tsunami. Good call. Playing tsunami. I do need to return that. All right, tsunami, paralyzing fright. Can I get any innate powers? I need a moon and a water. Oh, pretty much anything. Call of Deeps, why not? Because I can play Call of Deeps on this, grabbing both of these guys so they don't build this turn. And then I play Paralyzing Fright right here. And then I pound ships the thing here and deal more. There we go. Terror level 5. There we go. We're good. Okay, we're rolling now. All right. Each player chooses a different land with Dahan. Invaders take 2 damage per Dahan there. Well, 9. Invaders do not build in lands with... Okay, well, that's basically everywhere. To jungles. Oh, that poor explorer. Power action? What are you talking about? Did I power this up? Oh my gosh, I did. Okay, so there we go. So again, if you're playing a new game of Solo Spirit with Ocean, the big focus here is getting Fear, because Fear is your friend, especially with Solo, because you only need 4, and it's really easy for Ocean to get Fear, and it's the way that you deal with inland lands. Anything else is going to be a problem, and it's not easy for you to deal with. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, all of you on YouTube. If you did it here, I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays at 7 p.m., Saturday mornings at 9 a.m., and I look forward to seeing you live or right here on YouTube. It's great. Thank you very much for being here.